write whatever comes to your mind there. You put that down. Whatever comes to your mind, you put it down. However, this is not really recommended, right? We don't recommend this. That during exams, you just write everything that comes to your mind. If you're talking about, let me use my favorite example again, teenage pregnancy. You can just go on and write everything that comes to your mind on teenage pregnancy. That's going to take your time, and then you wouldn't have enough time to actually write your essay. But if it is listing, you just list the points. So you list, okay, so teenage pregnancy, what do I want to write about it? Do I want to write about the causes? Okay, what we have causes, we have effect, we have um what else do we have? Let's use the causes and effect. Solutions or prevention, right? Okay, so you put these three down. Where do you want to focus your work? Okay, I want to focus on the courses. Then you start to, what are some of the courses? Then you start listing the point so that you can write your essay with, right? Then we looked at the structure of an essay. We said every essay has three uh, different basic parts, right? We have the introduction, the body, and then the conclusion. So the introduction is where you introduce the readers to your topic. The body is where you write what you need to write, and then conclusion, you conclude, like as the wise show. Now we move to session 3, which was about the introduction paragraph. And we said that it is a mini essay on its own, because the introduction paragraph also has uh, something like an introduction, which is the background. So you give your background information, okay, about your topic. So teenage pregnancy, what is it? Or you can also talk about facts, like recently there's been an increase in teenage pregnancy recorded in blah 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 municipal, whatever you want to say, right? So that's what you give your background. So you give us a brief background, then you write your thesis statement. Thesis statement is where you show the focus of your essay, the focus of your essay. So yes, teenage pregnancy, right? It is broad, the focus. So you're going to focus on three causes of teenage pregnancy. That will be your thesis statement. Or 4 ways we can prevent teenage pregnancy. That is the thesis statement. Then you go to the advanced organizer, which is where you outline the main purpose, which will be discussed. So that's where you say this essay will discuss, this essay will first examine this, or this essay, I will first talk about this as a cause of teenage pregnancy, and then I will follow it with broken homes. Okay, so you, this is the how you tell us how you're going to write your essay. Yes, and then we said that sometimes the advanced plan or organizer is put together with your thesis. So we can say this essay will discuss 3 causes of teenage pregnancy. You can bring a colon and then you list these causes. Yes, so that is it. And then we also moved to section 4, where we looked at the body. Auntie Irene, could you please mute your video for us? Yes, the body of the essay, right? And then we said that if it is a 5 paragraph essay, then it means your body paragraphs are going to be 3. You have 3 body paragraphs. Okay. If it is 6, if they ask you to write 4 causes of teenage pregnancy, then it means that you have an introductory paragraph, 4 body paragraphs, and then your concluding paragraph. So that is it. And then we said for body paragraphs, we start with topic sentences, right? The topic sentences, where you state the focus of the paragraph. Uh-huh. You state the focus of the paragraph. You add supporting paragraphs, and then we have major supporting and minor supporting paragraphs, and then the concluding uh, major supporting and minor supporting sentences. Sorry, then you add your concluding sentence, and you are done with your with one paragraph. So you do the same for the other paragraphs. Okay. Then section 5, we looked at the concluding paragraph, which also has three components. We have restatement of the thesis in different way. Then you summarize, and then you give your personal reflection, or you conclude the conclusion. Okay. Then we came to the major crimes we commit as students, right? Which is referencing and plagiarism. Most of the times we write essays without referencing any source. Meanwhile, we are using people's words, we are using people's ideas, but we don't reference them. So we looked at referencing, we looked at in-text citation. That is when you reference someone whilst you are making a statement. Then we said we have two types: the integral citation, where the author's name is part of your statement. Then we have the non-integral, where you make the statement and then you reference the person, or you cite the person. We also looked at techniques for using in-text citation, quoting, rewording, summarizing. Then we came to bibliographic referencing, the references we give at the end of every essay, right? Then we say that UCC must we follow the APA style. Yes. So we did examples in class. And then we looked at plagiarism, where we copy ourselves or other people's work, where we present one work to two different lecturers because we wrote it. And then we learned that these are all academic crimes. They are not good. We shouldn't do that, right? So that is that. Today we are looking at unit 4. uh I was hoping more people would join after me talking for like 2 hours, but then they are not here, so we are continuing. Today we are looking at unit 4, which is developing writing skills. Yes. And then we look at the paragraph. Section 1 is about the paragraph and the controlling idea. The paragraph and the controlling idea. We've already looked at the paragraph. Oh, I did not share. Sorry. Okay, let's share it. Yes. So the paragraph, right, and the controlling idea. And as usual, I want one of us to read the objectives for us. You volunteer or I call someone. Perpetua. Wait. Eli, are you here?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Can you please read the objectives for us?
Uh, by the end of this session, you should be able to A. State the features of the paragraph, and B. Identify the controlling idea of the paragraph.
Okay, good. Thank you. So we've looked at the paragraph, right? We said every paragraph has at least three main parts. We have the topic sentence, which is the controlling idea. We have the support sentences. Then we have the concluding sentence. We've already looked at that. We are going to go into details. Now, when you're writing a paragraph, every paragraph should start on a fresh line by on a fresh line. I've seen students do this. That is why I am stressing on this. It doesn't mean you should leave one space or two spaces before you start the next paragraph. Please note, when you're writing a paragraph, okay, you don't have to leave this space, right, the space between objectives and then this word, like the space right here where I'm moving the cursor. No, we do this when we are typing. It's not like we don't even do it. The computer automatically does that for us when we start a new paragraph. But when we write, we only indicate it's a paragraph by indenting. When I say indent, you leave a small space like there, like a space where five letters can fit. Let me use this. Yeah. So let's look at this, right? Like the space here, the space they left before they started writing the A, right? Something small. Some people start a paragraph from the middle. And when they say you should leave a space, they don't mean you should start from the middle. You leave a few, like, what should I say? Okay, a small space, right? Like if you're going to write a letter, maybe word, WORD, where that word can fit, and then you leave that space. I think they say we should leave at least a half inch. Yes, when we're writing. So that indicates a paragraph. We start every new paragraph on a fresh line, and then we indent it from the left. Now, in every paragraph, the basic unit is a sentence. So paragraphs are made up of sentences, right? So we put sentences together to make a paragraph. And the moment we leave a space again before we write, it indicates that we are starting another paragraph. Okay, so that is it. Now, what is a paragraph? When you look at the slide, what is a paragraph according to the Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English? What is a paragraph? Who is here? Deborah. Deborah Kwashi is here. Okay, Priscilla. Yes, Priscilla, let's hear you.
Okay. Okay, so when you say a paragraph, to my idea, a paragraph means grouping your thoughts, what you want to see. You group them so that they don't mix up. So it's about you grouping of your idea at a particular place. That's how I get it.
Okay. Okay, so that's your definition of it. Thank you. Okay, yeah. But then our manual is saying that a paragraph is a group of several sentences in a piece of writing, the first sentence of which starts on a new line. The first sentence starts on a new line, right? So let me do something. If you are writing and then you get to a place, you don't think you are done with the paragraph, but oh, I can't copy. I wanted to copy and paste it in Word and then do something, but I can't copy the words. So let's move on. I wanted to show you something, but I can't copy it. Right. If you're done with your paragraph and then you just leave a space there. What readers are going to assume is that you are writing a different paragraph. So until you are done, you don't um, leave a space. Do you get me? No? When you're writing a paragraph, right? And you leave a space like something like this. Okay, what is going on today? Is it my Keza? Like what I've highlighted, right? So if you leave all this space there, it indicates that you are starting a paragraph. So if you come down here, you are not done with your paragraph, and then but you leave a space. Okay, a space again. Let's assume where I've highlighted, we have deleted it. So if you leave this space here, what a reader is going to assume is that this off is the beginning of another paragraph. And that isn't going to make sense because it is part of your first paragraph. All right. Now we said a paragraph is made up of sentences, right? And then what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that has a subject and a predicate. The predicate can be objects, complements, indirect objects, and the other things you're going to learn in sentence and its parts. We're not going to go into details here, right? So we looked at who is saying this and what. It doesn't mean that you should put a full stop to form a sentence. Sometimes you may have two sentences without a full stop. We join them with punctuation like comma, colon, and conjunctions like and, right? To join two or more sentences together. Okay. Now we're looking at the features of a paragraph. And as we've mentioned, every new paragraph starts on a fresh line. It doesn't mean that you should leave a line or a space. I repeat that. Every new paragraph is indented. I've said it. Half inch from the left margin, right? And then we have the block type, like how this is looking. This is the block type. When we are typing in Word, mostly we don't indent. Word does it for us. So when we click on enter, it means we've started a new paragraph. And that is there is a space that is like here. You see the space between features and let isn't as wide as the space between now and then features, right? It means that after writing now, read on with the ellipsis, they clicked on enter, which means they are starting something new altogether. All right. Now let's look at the controlling idea. If you have a question, please ask before we move on. No question.
Madam,
Okay, then let's look. Yes, hello.
please, the paragraph,
Mm-hmm.
is it any time that you want to start maybe new line that you use the paragraph, or they have some maybe some uh, like it has rules for using that paragraph? Because according
Um,
to what I read, like
mm-hmm.
before you can start another paragraph, you need to maybe give a, a maybe another point, or it talks about what you are writing, maybe another
Yes.
thing of, yes. So that's why I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes. As I said, a paragraph expresses one complete thought. one complete thought. That's why in the beginning, when I talked about the teenage pregnancy, that if you are asked to write 4 courses of teenage pregnancy, it means you're going to have 6 paragraphs altogether. One, your introduction, one for your conclusion, and then 4 body paragraphs. Each body paragraph is going to talk about one course, which is one, will have one controlling idea. So until you are done explaining that idea, that controlling idea, you can't start another paragraph in
Okay.
academic essays. Unless you're writing long essays like thesis, project works, where you have to write about 30, 40, 100 pages, right? That is different. But when they give you the essays that we write, like write about your favorite pet or write about Ghana's independence, something like that, right? You are expected to write at least 2.5 page. I think I mentioned this the last time. At least 2.5 page. It shouldn't be more than 3.5 page too. Okay. In an exams, the max is going to be like either 20 or 30. And so if you write more, you're going to lose. Right. So you look at what is demanded of you and how to write it. So generally, mostly when you're writing a paragraph, each paragraph has one controlling idea, and that is what you talk about. When you introduce another idea in that paragraph, you're going to violate some things, which we're going to talk about later. When you separate that idea and write in 2 paragraphs too, your essay wouldn't be that coherent, right? So one idea in 1 paragraph. When you are done, then you move on to the another. Um, please, Mr. Fosu, are you okay?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Oh, yes, another hand. Okay, Mr.
Yeah,
Williams.
yeah, madam.
Mm-hmm.
So about the paragraph, when you are writing, and we are learning that when starting a new paragraph,
Mm-hmm.
it should be half an inch from the left corner.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. So I want to ask when uh, your last word or the last sentence from the previous line ends
Mm-hmm.
at somewhere that half an inch, and you are coming immediately below that particular end of word
Mm-hmm.
to start a fresh paragraph. Do you still leave that half an inch, or you start at the immediate line of the left corner? I don't know if
Okay.
my question is.
I am not really getting you, but let me open a Word document and let's do this, okay? I'm opening Word
Okay.
and I will share with you. I wanted to actually copy some of the words from here and paste it there, but I couldn't. Yes, so when we are writing, uh when your last word of your, let's say, paragraph 1 ends at the end, like where the pointer is showing, if you can see where there is there, right? If it ends there, you come to this line where you see the beginning, and then you start for half an inch, like where the cursor is at the moment, and then you write. If your last word for paragraph 1 ends at BE, the beginning, like BE, B of the beginning, right? You don't continue from there. You come down to the next line and then you start your next paragraph. You indent and then write your paragraph. I don't know if I got your question right and if I've answered it, Mr. Williams.
Yes, but Samuel, I
Mhm.
can't see the case there.
You can't see the cursor.
Yes,
Okay. Do you see it here?
No, I
Do
don't
you
know
see?
if my colleagues are seeing me.
No, madam, we can't see it. So
Okay. Is this a pointer? No. Where do I find the pointer to use? I saw it somewhere.
No, I think if you are using phone, you can see anywhere where. But those who are using laptop, we can see it.
Oh, okay. You let me try and highlight it. So I was saying that let's assume this is your essay you are writing, right? And then your last word for paragraph 1 ends at where the word subsequent that I have highlighted. Do you see the subsequent, right? So
yes,
subsequent
madam.
is your
Yes,
last.
madam.
Okay, subsequent is your last word for paragraph 1. You start your paragraph 2 from indentation, right? You leave, so you indent it, and then you start your paragraph 2 from somewhere here. I've highlighted green. If your last word ends at subsequent, you start your paragraph 2 from here. If your last word ends at as, I've highlighted red, still you indent it and then you start at where I've highlighted green. So it's a new paragraph. You indent and then you write. You don't leave
Okay,
a
so
space.
madam,
Uh-huh.
assuming the last word is already,
It's already out.
yeah,
So you are
already, and
asking
then
if yes, the last word is already. You should come and
yeah,
start your new.
immediately, yeah,
Okay. So yes,
below, because if you indent, it will fall immediately below the already.
uh-huh. I get you. I get you. You
Okay.
can start from there. That space isn't it's okay. You can start from there, right? But then it shouldn't be the case that if your last word, you will start from where your last word ends. So that if your last word is mentioned, you will come and start a paragraph from appears. If your last word is paragraph, then you come and start your next paragraph from first. No, you just indent it a little and then move on. That is it. Are we okay? Okay. All right. Where were we? Uh-huh. So we were talking about the controlling idea. The controlling idea. And then, as we said the last time, the controlling idea is your main point, what you want to talk about. So, the main, like, what do you want to talk about in paragraph 1? What do you want to talk about in paragraph 2? So, I'm still using my teenage pregnancy. The causes. We have broken homes, we have peer influence, and what's the other one? Lack of education, sexual education, right? Yes. So if I'm going to talk about these 3 points, it means that lack of education should be a controlling idea for paragraph 1, which means that every sentence I use in this paragraph should help to explain why I am saying that lack of sexual education causes teenage pregnancy. Every other sentence should help explain why I am making this statement. Okay, so that is the controlling idea. Some people say that the controlling idea is the topic sentence. Others say it is part of the topic sentence. Others say it can be found in the whole paragraph, and then they are all right. So we have different examples, right? So teenage pregnancy. If I should say that Most often, lack of sexual education causes teenage pregnancy, right? This statement is my topic sentence, all right. So it is my topic sentence in the paragraph. But then it means that my controlling idea is also lack of sexual education. So whatever I'm going to say is going to be about lack of sexual education, which is causing the topic, which is teenage pregnancy. So we can find our topic, uh, controlling idea in the topic sentence. All right. Let's say, for instance, if the topic is how to prepare the food I like best, the controlling idea can be about the ingredients, right? So where to get the ingredients, you listing the ingredients. It can also be about when I first tasted it, how I felt, and why it became my favorite food. It can be how to actually prepare the food or how to serve it, right? And so each controlling idea equals one paragraph. Okay. Now, why do we need a controlling idea? To help us limit what we say. The controlling idea helps us limit what we write. It helps us to also focus. And then it helps us to not deviate. We have an example here, and I am going to leave it for one of us to read for us. Who is volunteering? Should I mention names? I can see James Fosukwami Senior. I see Esther Afo. Okay, there is also Mavis. There is Godfred. Okay, Mr. James Fosu Senior Junior or Senior wants to read. Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, so the following are example of indented paragraphs of all the difference or madam, I am.
Oh yes, I just want the paragraphs so of all the different
Okay.
seasons.
I should continue. Okay. Of all the different seasons, 4 is my favorite. I have never known another season to be so bold and dramatic. Unlike all the other seasons that tease us and never show us set certainty.
Certainty.
4 is reliable in the readiness of change. When 4 decides to show her face, you know it is an instant. The wind changes and the wind changes and turn the still hot air of summer into a crisp food. Invigorating breeze. The rivers and streams turn cold and clear, and the stars light up a night sky like never before. The plants you have neglected begin to die, almost as if 4 came along just to clean everything up. The trees swish back and forth, shaking their branches, while their leaves still attached, rustle about, anxiously waiting their anxiously waiting their branches while their leaves
Anxiously waiting their turn.
eh,
Uh-huh.
anxiously waiting their turn to descend to earth. Their bold colors of red, yellow, and orange look as if an oil painting had burst into life. The sound of leaves crunching under people's feet as they walk down the street is a constant reminder of what season it is. Fall is the transition of hot to cold, which prepares us for the blustering storms of winter. Although the other seasons all have good things wonderful to offer, not not one can touch the beauty and inspiration of fall.
Thank you. So, what is the controlling idea in this paragraph? Okay, what is the topic sentence? Uh-huh. Madam Esther.
Talk
Hello.
about the controlling
Idea.
ideas.
Okay, uh-huh.
I think it's about the colors.
The colors.
Yes, because he said when it comes to how to prepare food, the ingredients are the controlling ideas.
I
Please, am I
think
right?
I think you are lost.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Ma-
Yes. Uh-huh.
Madam, please.
Mm-hmm.
I think the seasons,
It's
the changes of the maybe the seasons.
you think it's about the changes of the seasons.
Yeah.
Okay, who else has a different idea? Controlling idea. What is the controlling idea? Madam Mavis, Godfred, Nane Kia. Uh-huh. What's the controlling idea? Okay, Nane Kia says it's fall. Okay. Huh? Mr. Nicholas.
Yeah, okay. I think the writer is talking about fall, which is his or her favorite of all the seasons.
Thank you. Yes, it is about fall, but what about fall? Fall being the writer's favorite season, right? So, hello, Madam Mavis. Could you please mute for us? Yes. Uh-huh. So
The
fall
following
being the writer's favorite season. And so everything the writer is going to talk about, like wrote about, is telling us why fall is his or her favorite season. So, as I mentioned, we have the controlling idea, and every other sentence in the paragraph supports the controlling idea. It tells you why, it gives you more details, and that is it. So, in every paragraph, there is one controlling idea. Mostly, we find this controlling idea in the topic sentence, which is of all the different seasons, fall is my favorite. That is the topic sentence. As we learned, a topic sentence is a sentence that tells us about what we are going to read. If you are readers, if you are writers, what you're going to write about. Of all the different seasons, fall is my favorite. So it means that this person is going to write about why fall is the favorite. And that is why Madam Esther, That is why the colors, the writer mentioned yellow, red, orange, and whatever color, right? The colors, how colorful it is, the air, and like everything the writers said is to support the statement that fall is my favorite season, and that is it. So controlling idea, it is idea, and every other sentence is the purpose of all other sentences in the paragraph is to support the controlling idea. That is it.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Welcome. Do you have any questions?
Oh, please. Thank
Okay.
you.
Uh, yeah. So for my manual, it says that a controlling idea is the idea that is developed in the paragraph. It is the controlling idea because everything else that is said in the paragraph is related to it. So as we saw, everything in the paragraph was about fall. It is relating to fall. Hmm? Yeah. Okay. So now we look at the usefulness of a controlling idea. Usefulness of a controlling idea. What do you think? Why do we need a controlling idea in a paragraph? After everything we've learned, why do you think every paragraph needs a controlling idea? You have no idea. Oh, really? No idea? I think I even mentioned it that the controlling idea helps us so that we do not deviate from what we are writing. It restricts and limits what we put in a paragraph. Also helps us to focus on one thing, like one thing we want to talk about. Okay. So if you want to look at the usefulness of the controlling idea, one, it helps us to not deviate from our essay. It helps us to focus on one thing and talk about it logically. It helps us to explain our point in details without let me use over explaining. Okay, so that is it about session one, the controlling idea. Okay, so we look at the self-assessment questions. If there are no questions, the first one says describe a paragraph. Describe a paragraph. So what is a paragraph in your own words? In your own words, what is I didn't know. Sorry, I didn't know I'd muted myself and I was just talking. Mr. Nicholas or son, please. Yeah, please answer. I've been calling your name. I didn't know I had muted myself.
Okay. Hello, madam.
Yes.
Okay. A paragraph is a group of related sentences that discusses one main idea.
Okay. 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 Yes, good. I like that. Uh-huh. Any other? Madam Irene. Madam Irene, are you here? No? Okay, let's take the first answer and continue. Now, the second one is, okay, Mr. Gofagura wants to talk. Please, let's hear you.
Okay, my idea of paragraph is a way we organize writings and to make it easier to read.
Okay, how we organize an idea to make it easier for a reader to read and understand. Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. How about controlling idea? Let's describe a controlling idea. Okay. Mr. James Foster says a paragraph is a group of sentences written together to explain one main idea, one controlling idea. Good. Okay. Yes. So then, what is a controlling idea or the main idea? Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello, madam.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
A controlling idea is the part of a topic sentence that tells what the paragraph will focus on.
Okay. So it tells us what the paragraph focuses on. Okay. Okay. So, yes, I want more details. Who? Okay, Madam Priscilla.
Hello, madam.
Yes, please.
Please, so a controlling idea pre-informs the reader what exactly to expect in a piece of writing.
Good. Okay, I like that. So the third thing is you're supposed to write a controlling idea for a paragraph entitled "My First Day in the University." My first day in the university, and yes, we can just type that here. I want like what would be if you're supposed to write the topic about the topic "My First Day in the University." What will be your controlling idea? Or you are thinking about it, or you write that for me as an essay. Okay, so let's do that when we have the time, right? When we are learning on our own. We move on to session 2, which is about the topic sentence. I think we've done it, but we are going to do this in more detail. Right. So topic sentence. Yes, I want a female to read the objectives for us and then we move on. No one? Okay, let's move on for time's sake. So by the end of the session, you should be able to identify a topic sentence and state the topic sentence for a paragraph you are asked to write. All right. So let's listen carefully to this essay paragraph. You're going to tell me the topic sentence. Yeah. All right. There are 3 reasons why John is not going to the university. In the first place, his family is quite poor, and since he has 4 young brothers and sisters still at school, he feels that he should help his family financially as soon as possible. Secondly, if he went to the university, his mother would be left alone to look after the young children. Finally, he has been offered a good job with excellent chances of promotion. Consequently, although he wants to go to the university very much, John is going to take the job instead. What is our topic sentence? What is our topic sentence here? Yes, Madam Vicentia Agbeko.
I think is reasons why John is not going to the university.
Reasons why. Please be specific for us. Three reasons.
Okay.
Yes. 3 reasons John is not going to the university. Right. So that is our topic sentence. All right. What is the controlling idea? Madam Vicentia again. Okay, there's one more person. Okay, Mr. James Fosu Kwame. Can I just say Mr. James Fosu? Yes, let's hear you. Or you didn't raise your hand? No one.
No, madam. I wanted to say the first one, but I think.
Oh, but try and say the second one, the controlling idea.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
Madam, the controlling ideas is about the financial the financial problem.
That's what you think. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's hear from Madam Philomena and then Madam Priscilla. What do you also think?
Please, madam, I think the controlling idea is John.
John? Okay, no. This one I can't take it. Madam Priscilla.
Madam, so I'm thinking that the controlling idea will be reasons why John is not going to the university.
Okay, thank you. So all I wanted to hear is that in this particular paragraph, the controlling idea is also the topic sentence. So I mentioned that sometimes the topic sentence is the controlling idea, right? I also mentioned that sometimes the topic sentence is part of the controlling idea is part of the topic sentence. And then other times we just find the controlling idea implied in the whole paragraph. In this situation, the controlling idea is stated in the topic sentence. There are 3 reasons why John is not going to the university. The whole essay can be about John, Madam Philomena, right? It can be about what John likes, John's education, why he's not going to the university, and it can be about his new job. But in every paragraph, we are going to talk about one controlling idea. And this particular paragraph is talking about why John is not going to the university. So that is the controlling idea. And it says 3 reasons John is not going to the university. So 3, it gives us 3. And then the reasons are listed. So that is controlling idea. Topic sentence and the controlling idea. Right. Now, Mr. Nicholas.
Okay, then please, if I may ask, then please, what's the difference between the topic sentence and the controlling idea?
Okay. The topic sentence tells us what the paragraph is going to be about. The controlling idea is the main idea, whatever we are going to say is pointing to. Let's say we are saying that Nicholas Osong likes eating, right? That is what we are going to talk about. So whatever I will say should point to the fact that you like eating. So I can say that yesterday you ate rice, bread, fufu, banku, and you still took some cake before you went to bed. That's what you did last 3 days. And this morning you've eaten 3 times. So every other sentence I'm adding is explaining why I am saying this, my controlling idea. Now the topic sentence is a statement. So I can say Nicholas Osum likes eating. That is my topic sentence.
Okay,
It
right,
is
madam.
eating.
I've got you.
Come
Right.
again.
I'm
You
okay.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
yes. Right.
Okay. So that is it. The topic sentence is a sentence. Now, as I started talking about, a sentence has a subject and then predicates. So it should make a complete thought, one full sentence. I know sometimes when we are writing an essay, some people write, even though it's an essay, moreover, peer pressure, full stop, and they start explaining. Moreover, peer pressure isn't a sentence. Moreover, peer pressure is one of the main causes of teenage pregnancy. Full stop. Then we can say you have a full topic sentence. Please, do you get me? Yes. Moreover, so moreover, then you start. Peer pressure is one of the main causes of teenage pregnancy. You have a full sentence. If you should write, moreover, peer pressure, full stop. Or some people even put colon and they start explaining. Some students visit their friends and they share their problems, blah, blah, blah. That isn't a topic sentence. You don't state it. It's supposed to be a full sentence with a full stop. So that is a topic sentence. Okay. Now we should note that it is not every essay that we can write a topic sentence for a paragraph. Sometimes, the types of essays, right? We have expository, we have argumentative or persuasive writing, we have descriptive, narrative. When you are narrating a fight or a robbery you witnessed, I don't know how you're going to write your topic sentence to be more to be explicit. That firstly, I saw the robbers coming. It is a narration. You want it to flow, right? So yes, you can write a topic sentence, but it wouldn't be that explicit. The reader will get the controlling idea, but an explicit topic sentence, we don't really get them for descriptive and narrative writing. But when you're writing expository essays like the teenage pregnancy I keep using, it is easier to write your topic sentence. When you're writing argumentative essays, debate writing, all that, you can get your topic sentence explicitly written. And where do we position the topic sentence? Most writers prefer it to be the first sentence. So when you're looking for the topic sentence, the first place to look is to look for the first sentence in the paragraph. Most often, that is our topic sentence. And I use the word most often. It means that there are few times the topic sentence isn't the first sentence. It can be positioned in the middle or at the end? Now let's turn this. Let me try. Okay, John's family is quite poor, and since he has 4 young brothers and sisters still at school, he feels that he should help his family financially as soon as possible. If he went to the university, his mother would be left alone to look after the young children. Besides, he has been offered a good job with excellent chances of promotion. Hence, John has decided to not go to the university. These are 3 reasons why John is not going to the university. Now, we started with there are 3 reasons why John is not, like the statement on board, what you see, right? But from what I just read, there are 3 reasons why John is not going to the university. Came last, I said, and these are the 3 reasons why John is not going to the university. I started explaining before I stated my topic sentence. So yes, topic sentences can be found at the end of an essay. It can be in the middle of a paragraph. It can also be in the middle of a paragraph. But mostly, writers prefer to put it as the first paragraph. Any question? No question. So if they ask you, where can you find the topic sentence in a paragraph? Auntie Philo, what are you going to tell me?
It can be at the end of the paragraph, or it can start the paragraph.
Or it can be in the middle of the paragraph, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that is it about the topic sentence. Now, what is the topic sentence?
A topic sentence tells us what a paragraph is all about.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So it says that a well-organized paragraph may contain a topic sentence. When it is present, we can find it in the controlling idea that the writer intends to develop and explain in the rest of the paragraph. Yes, this I've said. So all paragraphs can have topic sentence. However, for narrative or descriptive, they are not clearly, like explicitly stated. Yes. Oh, so we've done this. So there is an example here. Some parents can teach their children to value reading. Some parents can teach their children to value reading. This is an example of a topic sentence, right? And we can develop this. Yes. So there are examples of a weak topic sentence, a bad topic sentence, and a good topic sentence from the manual. Like the example, I saw Mary Mensah last week. This is very broad to be, yes, it is a sentence, it has a subject, it has a predicate, right? It makes complete thought, but this doesn't specify exactly what you're going to talk about. I saw Mary Mensah last week, and what happened? Did she die? Did she get married? Did you talk to her? Was she fighting? You like, no one can actually get the direction this essay is going to go. But let's look at the second one. I heard some good news from Mary Mensah last week. I heard some good news from Mary Mesa last week. We know the direction. It means Mary Mesa told you something, and it wasn't a bad news, which means that the supporting sentences that are going to help develop this topic sentence will not be about death. It will not be about what again is even sad. Police arresting people. It is not going to be about owing people. It's not going to be about accidents. No, it is going to be about maybe getting scholarship, getting admission, getting money, giving birth, get like everything. There's going to be good news, right? So that is the topic sentence for you. Yes, it's supposed to be a sentence. It doesn't mean that any sentence can go. It should tell us about the whole paragraph. Okay. I think we are done. Okay, there is another thing to read. Okay. Oh, the topic sentence. Last year we left Accra. Okay. No, that is not a good topic sentence. My father spent the first year of a pleasant childhood in Accra. Okay, that is good. Right. So that is it about topic sentence. I think there is a reading I want us to, yes, there is. Yes, about many book clubs here. Okay, so I'm reading. Many book clubs and video clubs are going online these days. Consumers save not only time but postage when using the online account. To use one of these companies, you must type in their World Wide Web address, then go to account number, email address, snail mail address, phone numbers, and a security password. Once registered, you can tell the club what book or videos to send. This means getting online each month, but it only takes a few minutes. Think of all the postage consumers save in a year. This is also a paragraph. What is your topic sentence? And what is your controlling idea? Who hasn't spoken today? Yes, Mr. Mahmood. Yeah, Mahmood, right? Humu. I don't know how to pronounce your name. You've not spoken today. Not at all. Say something. Madam Pamela. Madam Francisca. I've not heard from you. Oh, there's also Madam Patricia. I've never heard from you before. Madam Precious Prissy. Huh? What is the topic sentence in this? Mr. David Tete, rather. Mr. David Tete. Mr. Prince Opoku. Okay, say something. I just want to hear your voices. So, who is going first? Wow.
Book clubs and video clubs.
The topic sentence, please, which means it's supposed to be a sentence. So, please.
Many book clubs and video clubs are going online these days.
Thank you. So that is our topic sentence, right? Okay.
Yes.
And what's the controlling idea? Yes, Mr. Prince Opoku. I believe you want to say something. And he's gone. Okay, the whole class. What's the controlling idea? What is the paragraph talking about? Oh, let's try. I want to like know that when you go to an exams and you have a paragraph and they ask you to write about the controlling idea, you will be able to. So that we move on. No? Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you if you won't say anything. So we move on.
Madam,
Yes.
please, it could be the same as the topic sentence.
It could be, but you if let's say you after reading and I
Okay.
ask you what did you get from the whole paragraph, like summarize it, what are you going to say?
I would say many book clubs and video clubs are going online these days, or they are using online method
Okay,
currently.
and what has that done? Madam Irene, you wanted to say something?
Yes, madam. So I also I saw that it's talking about online registration.
Online registration. Okay. Yeah, it's about book clubs, right? So it's about book clubs, but what about book clubs? How online book clubs it saves time, right? All you have to do is register and it saves your time, it saves your money. Just log in once a month and then they send you books. So yes, the topic sentence is stated, but the controlling idea is how online going on. Krista, you want to continue?
Yeah, so I wanted to end it in a way that it's making the accessing of books easier.
Thank you. Thank you. That is the controlling idea. So as I said, it's not always that the controlling idea is the same as the topic sentence, right? Sometimes with the controlling idea follows the topic sentence like that. Okay. So let's answer the self-assessment questions. Explain the significance of the topic sentence of a paragraph. I think this one everyone knows, right? That's your explanation of a topic sentence. It's okay. Someone should try and tell me. What's the importance of a topic sentence? Priscilla.
So please, a topic sentence helps the reader in order not to deviate from the paragraph or what he or she is reading.
The writer not to deviate, and the reader, it guides the reader to know exactly where the
paragraph is. Yes, please.
Yes, thank you. Madam Irene, I like your face, but could you please mute your video for me? Yeah, thank you. So the next question is write a topic sentence for a paragraph or tourism in Ghana. A paragraph on tourism in Ghana. So yes, one paragraph on tourism in Ghana. So that's your essay. We just want one paragraph. Do you want to talk about the importance? Do you want to talk about the different places we can go? I just need one topic sentence. My example. Akom National Park is one of the most attractive tourist tourist centers in the central region. That is my topic sentence. They say write a paragraph on tourism in Ghana. That is my topic sentence for one paragraph. What do you want to write? Or I can also say that tourism has generated income for the Ghanaian economy in the past 5 years. Okay, Pressa wants to try.
Madam, so I wanted to talk about the importance, like what you relating to what you just said. The tourism in Ghana is one source of revenue for the country. That's what I wanted to.
Okay, thank you. Yes, that's it. Mr. James Fosu, I believe you wanted to say something. Oh, I saw something there. No. Yeah, who wants to add just one more topic sentence on tourism in Ghana, and then we move on? No one. Okay, then let's move on to session 3.
Hello, madam.
Yes, let's hear you.
Tourism in Ghana attracts many visitors because of its rich culture.
Okay, good. So you are also talking about the importance. Okay, that's good. So yes, you can write your topic sentences now, right? Let's move on to session 3, which is developing the controlling idea. Now we know the controlling idea, we know what it is. How do we write it? How do we develop it? You know your controlling idea. Like we are going to talk about the importance of tourism, right? And then one is that it generates income for the country. The other one is that it attracts foreigners to come to the country or whatever, right? So we are going to talk about that. How do you develop it? We say that we use support sentence or supporting sentences to develop it. We have major supporting sentences and then minor supporting sentences. What is a major supporting sentence? Oh, I didn't share the objective. Okay, so let me go back. You're supposed to be able to explain the functions of the major and minor supporting sentences in a paragraph, show the difference between a major support sentence and the topic sentence, and identify the major and minor supports in paragraphs. So these are the 3 objectives for this session. Okay, so as we were saying, for when we are developing a sentence, a paragraph, we need major and minor support sentences. And these sentences are details, right? Fact, examples, illustrations to what we have said. Mind you, I mentioned that when we have our controlling idea, every other sentence in the paragraph adds to the controlling idea, right? It explains why we made that assertion or statement, why we are saying something. So that is it. Now, what is a major supporting sentence? A major supporting sentence directly let me use the word supports the topic sentence. It directly says something about the topic sentence. So if the topic sentence is about alcohol consumption in Ghana, the topic sentence says alcohol consumption in Ghana has increased drastically in the past 3 years. That is my topic sentence. Yes, topic sentence. My major supporting sentence, right? Why am I saying that? What evidence do I have? So I can say A recent study by the Ghana, I don't even know which agency does that. Population and Housing Census. I don't know. But a recent study by blah 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 agency reported about 50% of youth between the ages of 17 and 35 consume 2.5 liters of alcohol a day. Like, I'm just saying. So this is me adding factual evidence to support my first statement, which is my topic sentence, that alcohol consumption has increased in the past 3 years. Please, do you get me? Are you following me?
Yes.
Okay. So major supporting sentence directly supports your topic sentence. So let's pick the essay we read about John not going to school. The topic sentence said, there are 3 reasons why John is not going to the university. The first one is, what was it again? He comes from a poor family, right? That is a major supporting sentence. The second one is, he's the eldest and there are younger children and they are still in basic school and senior high schools. And so there's no money, there's no way he can leave. He has to stay there and support the mother. The third one is that he got a job offer to go and work, which will give him money. And so he's not going to school. Right. So major supporting sentences support the topic sentence. Now let's look at the minor supporting sentence we can give to this. Let's pick the first one, which he comes from a poor family. Now, what can you add to that to support the fact that you're saying John comes from a poor family? What shows that this is how a poor person should act or behave, or what indicates that this is a poor family? I'm listening. Oh, who is answering? No one. Whoa. Hello. Hello, are you here? Am I boring? Am I making sense? Like, yes. If you don't talk like this, I
are with you.
Yes, good afternoon. Please follow me. I said that when we have a topic sentence, right? Major support sentence directly explains the topic sentence. Now, our topic sentence is, there are 3 reasons why John is not going to the university. Now, our first major supporting sentence is that he comes from a very poor family. Now, I am asking us to try and find a minor supporting sentence. I have explained the minor supporting sentence to be the sentence that supports the major supporting sentence. And what is our major supporting sentence? John comes from a poor family. What sentence can you add to indicate that, yes, John comes from a poor family? Oh, my people, don't do this to me. Oh. If you don't talk, then it will be like I am just talking in the air and no one is following me. What makes up what will you see in a person to say that this person is poor? Let me give an example. For me, I will add a sentence like, the family eats 1 hot meal around 11 o'clock and they do not eat again till the next morning. I mean, that is what I will say to add to my point that John comes from a very poor family. What will you say to add to support your major supporting sentence? Or because you didn't write this essay, you don't want to say anything? Hello? No idea.
Yeah. Okay. So please, I think in especially in the school environment like this, when you see a colleague who is not able to pay the fees or who is struggling to pay his or her fees and meet financial obligations, uh, uh, uh,
Yes. I like the idea,
I,
Mr.
uh,
Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. So have
yeah,
you put it in
that
a
is a good
sentence?
sign to you.
Yes, it's a sign when they are not able to buy simple school supplies,
Yes,
right? Like books and
exactly,
pens. So what I want you
exactly.
to do, make it a sentence. That is all.
Mm.
So let's assume this is
Oh,
John's
okay,
sister. Uh-huh.
okay. Uh, uh, well, I've just joined the meeting, so uh,
Oh, so all right. So let me okay. From your idea, we can so we've said that they have one hot meal a day and that is it. But we can also add that what Mr. Steven said, and they barely can afford school supplies to go to school. It's as simple as that. So these are going to be your support sentence, the minor support sentence that directly supports your point that he comes from a poor family. Right. So all I'm saying is that when we are developing a paragraph, right, we have a topic sentence which tells us what you're going to say. Then the major support sentence supports the topic sentence. It says something about the topic sentence. Then the minor support sentence says something about the major supporting sentence. Oh, so it is here. Yes. So the three sentences in the John's paragraph, right? These sentences are major support sentence. And then if you are lucky, we will find connectors to show, like firstly, consequently, finally. So these ones tells us the major support sentence. Sometimes we don't get these connectors, so we wouldn't know. We will have to read and understand. Okay. Let's look at another paragraph here. I'm reading. Please listen. I'm going to ask questions. The restaurant did not seem very inviting. The windows looked as if they had not been cleaned for months. In one of them, there was a notice saying, "Cook wanted." The words had been clumsily printed on a dirty piece of paper. A little man in a coat much too big for him stood looking at it for several minutes. Alas, he seemed to make up his mind and opened the door. What is our topic sentence? Oh, this is easy. What is our topic sentence?
The restaurant did not seem very inviting.
Yes, the restaurant did not seem very inviting is the topic sentence. It means whatever is going, all the other sentences are going to tell us why we are saying the restaurant did not seem very inviting. Okay. What's the major supporting sentence?
The windows looked as if they had not been cleaned for months.
The windows looked as if they had not been cleaned for months. And it is the reason why the person is saying that the restaurant did not seem very inviting. If you've not cleaned your windows for months, how do you expect me to enter and go and eat there? Right? Let's look for minor supporting sentences. Do you see a minor supporting sentence here?
Yes.
What is it?
In one of them, there was a notice saying cook wanted. The word had been clumsily printed on a dirty piece of paper.
Okay. So you've given us two supporting sentences, right? So in one of them, what's the them referring to? In one of them, what is the them? The window.
The windows.
Right? The windows. So in one of the windows, there was a notice saying, so you get the point I'm making. The restaurant did not seem very inviting. The windows looked as if they had not been cleaned for months. Right? It is supporting, it is telling us why the restaurant does not seem very inviting. Now we are giving more evidence to why we are saying that the windows looked as if they had not been cleaned for months. So the minor support sentences are supporting the major support sentences. Now, are we good? I believe we are. I believe we are. Okay. We have another one here. I am reading, but whilst I read, I want you to also read. Right. So I am starting. World War II provided the stage for 5 dynamic leaders who will be remembered differently in history, but who shared a charismatic quality that enabled them to win the support to their people. The support of their people. Hitler, with his animated oratorical style and promises of German superiority, had the Germans believing their country's destiny was to rule all of Europe and set standards for the world. Benito Mussolini, who could be as charming as he was brutal, roused Italy with promises of a return to the glory of the Roman Empire and projected an image of military strength and national glory. Franklin Roosevelt projected a different but equally effective image. With his wheelchair and his weekly fireside chats to the American public, Roosevelt was at once human and wisely paternal. He projected a confidence that America could do the job, no matter what the job. Like Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, with his cigars and bowler hat, seemed very human. But Churchill was as tenacious as a bulldog and looked a bit like one, and through his unflinching demeanor and inspiring speeches gave Britons the confidence that they could stave off the Nazis and ultimately triumph. What is our topic sentence and what are the major support sentences? What is our topic sentence and this? Looks like Mr. Nicholas wants to say something. Okay, Mr. James Fosu, let's hear you.
Madam, the topic sentence is World War provided the stage for 5 dynamic leaders
Who will be remembered differently in history, right?
Yes, madam.
That is the perfect sentence. Okay. And so the controlling idea here is that the essay is going to talk about some leaders, 5 of them. So 5 dynamic leaders. So how many major support sentences do you think we will have in this essay?
5.
5. Looking at yes. So what are they? What are the major support sentences?
Madam, one is Benito Mussolini, who could be as charming as he was brutal. Ruled Italy with promises of a return to the glory of Roman Empire and projected an image of military strength and national glory.
Good. Madam Patricia, you also had one. Let's hear you.
Hitler, with his animated oratorical style and promises of German superiority, had the German believing their country's destiny was to rule all of the Europe and set standard for the world.
Okay, thank you. 3 more to go. Oh, baby, as the okay, and for one join 9. Please join and let's move on. Who else? This one you have to read now. Okay, Mr. James Fosu, if you want to, yes.
Franklin Roosevelt projected a different but equally effective image with his wheelchair and his weekly fireside.
No, you are reading 2 sentences for me. It's supposed to be just 1 sentence.
Yeah.
So
my phone is freezing.
Image, and that is
Franklin,
it.
Yes, madam.
Yes. Okay. So 2 more to go. What are the other 2? We've talked about Benito, Hitler, Roosevelt, Mr. Godfred,
One is with Winston Churchill with his cigars and with his cigars and bowler hats, seemed very human.
So the sentence starts from like Roosevelt, Winston Churchill.
Okay.
So
Okay.
And it ends at human, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Have we said all 5? I think we have. So we have said Churchill. We've said Roosevelt. Hitler. Benito. Where's the other one? Where is the other one?
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt,
Franklin.
Churchill, Franklin what?
Okay, you see Franklin Roosevelt.
So Churchill, Roosevelt, Benito, Hitler. Okay, so they said they will give us 5, but the essay talks about 4 of them. I also got 4. I don't know if the others. Anyways, let's look for the minor support sentences. So sentence 1 is our topic sentence. Sentence 2 is major supporting. Sentence 3 is also major supporting. Sentence 4 is major supporting. Sentence 7 is major supporting. So what are our minor supporting sentences?
Madam. So, Franklin Roosevelt, he said, with his wheelchair and his weekly fireside, what he said, with his wheelchair and weekly fireside chats to the American public. Roosevelt was at once human and wisely paternal.
No, thank you. So this sentence 5 is a minor support sentence, and it is supporting sentence 4, which is a major support sentence. Do you get me? Now, there is another sentence that is also supporting Franklin Roosevelt, the sentence 4. Which one is that?
Madam, sentence 6.
Read it for us.
He projected a confidence that America could do the job, no matter what the job.
Thank you. Is there another sentence that supports it? No. The other sentence is a major support, which is like about Churchill, right? Now, if we are reading it carefully, we realize that Hitler and Benito, they did not have minor support sentences. But then Churchill and Roosevelt had minor support sentence. Let's look at sentence 8. But Churchill was as tenacious as a bulldog and looked a bit like one hand through his unflinching demeanor and inspiring speeches gave Britons the confidence that they could stave off the Nazis and ultimately triumph. So yes, some of the major support sentences did not have minor support sentences, but then others had. Reason I wanted us to go through this is so that when you are given a paragraph like this, you will be able to find the major and the minor support sentences. Okay. So whatever is there is what we have already discussed, so we don't have to read. That's why I'm skipping. Okay. So we are done with how to develop the controlling idea. And then I said that when you have your controlling idea, you use support sentences to develop it. These support sentences could be facts, they could be evidence, they can be examples, they can be details, right? Whatever the case be, they support the controlling idea. Now, the major support sentence directly supports your topic sentence, while the minor support sentence directly supports your major support sentence. And that is it. The self-assessment question says, explain the relationship between the topic sentence and the controlling idea. What is the relationship between the topic sentence and the controlling idea? I think we've done this over and over, so I'm skipping that. Describe 2 ways of developing the controlling idea. How do we develop the controlling idea? Hello, we just did that. I just said it in my summary, but no one is saying anything. How do we develop the controlling idea?
The use of major supporting ideas and minor supporting ideas.
Major supporting sentences and minor supporting sentences. Thank you. So if we know that, then we move on to session 4. If you have a question for me, please ask before we move on. No question? Okay. Then we move on.
Hello, Auntie.
Question. Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah. Please, as a way of quick review, if you can just brief us again on the difference between the what do you call it,
the relationship between the topic sentence and the controlling idea.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
the controlling idea is what the topic is, the paragraph is about. The topic sentence is a sentence that tells you what the paragraph is about. Now, sometimes we can find the controlling idea within the topic sentence. Sometimes the whole of the topic sentence is the controlling idea. Other times, you will have your topic sentence and then you will find the controlling idea implied in the paragraph. I'm going over again. The topic sentence is a sentence. A sentence means it has a subject and a predicate. So the topic sentence is the sentence that states, that tells you what the paragraph is going to be about. The controlling idea is the main point discussed in the whole paragraph. The topic sentence can be the controlling idea, right? So your controlling idea can be the same as the topic sentence. Sometimes the topic sentence is made up of the topic you're talking about and the controlling idea. For example, one of the causes of teenage pregnancy is peer pressure. The controlling idea is peer pressure causing teenage pregnancy, right? The topic is causes of teenage pregnancy. So the topic sentence can be a combination of your topic and then the controlling idea. It can also be the whole topic sentence, like the John's own. There are 3 reasons why John did not go to the university. This is your topic sentence. It is also your controlling idea. Okay. Please, you get me, Mr. Steven? Or should I go over again? Hello?
Yes, please. Yes, please, Auntie.
You are
Yeah.
good. Okay. All right.
Yes,
So
please. Yes, please. Thank you.
you're welcome. So we move on to what a good paragraph is. A good paragraph is one that has a controlling idea, whether the controlling idea is implicit or explicit. Explicit means it is specifically stated. Implicit means you have to read it and then find the control, like the meaning. It is implied in the whole thing, right? And then the controlling idea in a good paragraph is developed using supporting sentences that gives details and explanations in a clear language. So yes, with a good paragraph, there should be, there are some things we are looking for in a good paragraph, and we are going to look at each of these things. The first thing that's supposed to be in a good paragraph, we want to see in a good paragraph is unity. When we say unity, right, we understand unity. Yesterday was Friday was Independence Day, and then people will talk about let's become one, unity, Ghana first, whatever, right? Union, to come together. Paragraph should show unity. How do we achieve that? To achieve unity, all sentences, we should make sure that all sentences are related to the controlling idea. All sentences should be related. As I keep saying, that every sentence in a paragraph should relate to the topic sentence. It should relate to the controlling idea. Right. And it should be detailed, it should be systematic, and then logical flow. Like you are cooking, let's say you are cooking a jollof, you can't put your rice on and then later blend your tomato. Well, some people will do, later blend the tomato and put it up. After the rice is cooked, you put your tomato in the rice and then add your salt and oil and then cook the jollof. The normal process is you start with your oil and then your pepper and other stuff, right? So it should be logical, arranged like that. So when we were talking about what were we talking about? We've used different examples. Okay, let's use John's this thing. We didn't really develop it yet, so I don't know. We will get an example to use. You don't want. Let's move on. Now, to ensure, I think we have something here. We have, yes, we have a paragraph here. So let's look at it. Cycling is one of the healthiest of sports. Not only does the bicycle bring its rider into the fresh air of the countryside, it also provides him with vigorous exercise and gives him a needed change of scene. There is no better way of keeping fit than by regular cycle trips into the country. The best way to clean a dirty bicycle chain is to soak it well in paraffin before oiling it. It is essential to oil a bicycle frequently to keep it in good condition. I'm reading again. Cycling is one of the healthiest of sports. Not only does the bicycle brings its rider into the fresh air of the countryside, it also provides him with vigorous exercise and gives him a needed change of scene. There is no better way of keeping fit than by regular cycle trips into the country. The best way to clean a dirty bicycle chain is to soak it well in paraffin before oiling it. It is essentially to oil a bicycle frequently. It is essential to oil a bicycle frequently to keep it in good condition. My first question, you know it. What is our topic sentence? What is our topic sentence? What is the controlling idea?
Cycling is one of the healthiest of sports.
That is our topic sentence. And it is our controlling idea. So any sentence that is not talking about health, the health benefits of cycling is not supposed to be in the sentence. So let's look at it again. Cycling is one of the healthiest of sports. Not only does the bicycle brings its rider into the fresh air of the countryside, it also provides him with vigorous exercise and gives him needed change of scene. There is no better way of keeping fit than by regular cycle trips into the country. The best way to clean a dirty bicycle chain is to soak it well in paraffin before oiling it. It is essential to oil a bicycle frequently to keep it in good condition. Do you see unity in this paragraph? Is there unity in this paragraph?
No.
Why? Why is there not unity in this paragraph?
Because not all the sentences in the paragraph points to the topic sentence, which is cycling is one of the healthy.
Yes, or the
Yes.
controlling idea, which is talking about the health effects or the health benefits of cycling. Oh, and Kamebo and Sema Mouse, any classroom. Oh, yes. Some are talking about how to take care of the bicycle, which can be another topic on its own, another paragraph, another controlling idea. So you have to clean it by soaking it in paraffin, right? And then it's also saying it is essential to oil a bicycle frequently. So these two are talking about how to keep the bicycle, let me use the word healthy, but not the health benefits of cycling or riding a bicycle. So there are two controlling ideas in this paragraph, which means that there is no unity because we say that a paragraph should have one controlling idea. All right, so that's it about unity. The second thing we are talking about is completeness. Completeness. Wait. Completeness. What is completeness? They say something is complete. It is full, right? So when we are talking about completeness in a paragraph, we're looking at when we have developed fully the paragraph. So when we say everything we need to say about the paragraph is complete. And that is why in the previous unit, I think we mentioned the concluding sentence. And then we said that it is not compulsory to have a concluding sentence, but it helps to complete the sentence. If we are looking at John's reason why John did not go to university, yes, we got our point, but there was a concluding sentence. that he got a job which will be paying him, and so he might choose to work instead of going to the university. So after giving us all the reasons why John did not go to the university, there is a conclusion that he might go to work instead of going to the university. Right. So every paragraph should be complete. There should be unity and it should be complete. You must provide enough details, examples, explanations, illustrations, so that those reading can really understand what the paragraph is about. And I think we have an example here. I admire my friend Richard because he is so talented, intelligent, and kind. That is our topic sentence. He is also very intelligent and can understand complex problems very quickly. Is this complete? We said because he is talented, intelligent, and kind. But we only have one sentence supporting our topic sentence. And this sentence is talking about his intelligence. We have not talked about what makes Richard kind, what makes Richard talented, but we are done with the paragraph. Do we call such a paragraph a complete paragraph? No, it is not complete. However, let's look at this. I admire my friend Richard because he is so talented, intelligent, and kind. Not only can he play most sports well, he is also a good musician and actor. This sentence is a major support sentence, and it is supporting the fact that we said Richard is talented. He has always been the best student in his class, and in the recent pre-university exams, he has placed third in the entire country. This is a major support sentence, and it is telling us about his intelligence. Although he is so intelligent and gifted, he is not standoffish or boastful. This is talking about him being kind. Indeed, Richard is one of the kindest people I know. If anyone is ill, so we get, indeed, Richard is one of the kindest people I know. Major support sentence. Why are we saying he's one of the kindest people we know? If anyone is ill, he is always the first to visit him or her. And if anyone is sad, he is always very quick to cheer him or her up. If a person has such wonderful qualities, I think you will agree that it is impossible not to admire him. Do we get the completeness? So the sentence starts that I admire my friend Richard because we get the topic sentence. And we have the major supporting sentence to support why we are saying he is kind, he is talented, and he is intelligent. Now we have a minor supporting sentence that is telling us why we think he is intelligent. And that is that in the recent pre-university exams, he has placed third in the entire country. And because of that, we are saying he is he is the best student, right? And then we are also saying he's not standoffish or boastful, even though he is intelligent. He is kind. Why are we saying he is kind? Let's look at the minor support sentence. If anyone is ill, he is always the first to visit him or her. And if anyone is sad, he is always very quick to cheer him or her up. Let's look at the concluding sentence. If a person has such wonderful qualities, I think you will agree with that it is impossible not to admire him. So we get a concluding sentence that concludes everything that we've said, which is I admire my friend Richard. All right. Any questions so far?
Uh,
Yes, please.
yeah, Alante. Please, I want to find out the
Hello.
controlling idea,
Mhm.
Hello, madam.
the key element in the controlling idea, the three key elements. You'll notice that when they are being developed,
Mhm.
the development also followed the same um, uh, a, uh, a listing, as in a order of listing.
Okay.
So the first key element was developed before the next one, and then the last one.
Mhm.
So my question is that when you are developing the controlling idea, the key element in it must you always
Follow
develop the
that
first one.
order.
Yes,
Okay.
or you can choose
Okay.
to
All right.
uh
So that will
speak
take us
about the second one or last one before. Okay.
to our next one, which is coherence. So we'll talk about it and your question will be answered. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. James Fosu. Uh-huh.
Madam, so I'm talking about Richard's, let me say, the paragraph about
Richards.
him. So we
Uh-huh. I admire my friend Richard. Uh-huh.
can say it is unity.
Can I say?
Like anything like that you read about. Yes.
I really can't hear you.
Is it? Can we say it is unity because it is unity because it's everything in the paragraph supports his kindness and the intelligence.
Yes. 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 So there is unity in this paragraph. There is completeness in this paragraph. There is also coherence in this paragraph, actually. So this is a good paragraph. All right. So we are moving on to the next thing we need to look at, which is coherence. Where is it? Okay. Coherence. Right. So coherence is the logical flow of ideas or thoughts. Okay. So the ideas must move from one sentence to another, one message to another in a logical flow. So your question, he is, what did we say? He is talented, intelligent, and kind, right? Now, the first thing you mentioned is he is talented. When you're writing, you can mix it, but the appropriate and proper way to do it is for it to follow an order. We have different ways we can follow this order, the logical arrangements of thoughts, right? So it can be, we can look at the timing, it can be inductive, it can be deductive, but it should move from, whether you come from up to down or you move from down to up, or you look at the time. So in the morning I brush my teeth, in the afternoon I sleep in class, in the evening I come home, like it should follow. That is coherence for you. Now we achieve, it should be natural. We achieve this naturally, right? It should be natural. It shouldn't be forced. When we say it should be natural, like I said, when this thing we used to say when we were in preschool, when I wake up in the morning, I wash my face, I brush my teeth, I go to bath, I go to school, right? So you can't wake up, then you go to school, and then what, during break time you come back and brush your teeth? No. And that is why when students do that, they don't do that and they go to school. Sometimes they tell them, go back, go and bath, wash your uniform. Like they sack them to go back and go and follow the appropriate order before they get back to school. So that is it. Right. So coherence. What do we have? The example, as I was saying, this example is very coherent. It has unity, it is complete, and it is very coherent, right? I admire my friend Richard because he's so talented, intelligent, and kind, and then it flows. So one sentence, it moves naturally with no distraction. That is it about completeness. Any questions so far? Do we understand? Because we are done with the session. Okay, then. Explain unity in a paragraph. What does unity in a paragraph mean? When you say there is unity in this paragraph, what do we mean? Let me call someone. Oh, people, okay. Mr. Steven, let's hear you.
Okay, Auntie, please, talking about unity in a paragraph, we mean when you don't, when in developing your controlling idea, you don't deviate from what uh, it is.
Okay. I want to more. So someone should add. Yes, Mr. Nicholas.
Okay. Unity in a paragraph means that all the sentences in the paragraph focus on one main idea and support the topic sentence.
Awesome. So all the other sentences relate to the major, like the controlling idea. That is why when we looked at the cycling, the bicycle, riding a bicycle, the controlling idea was about the health benefits of cycling. And that is why we said taking care of the bicycle, the two sentences, they do not contribute to the health benefits of cycling. And so that brings a disunity in the paragraph. And to ensure unity, we will have to take the last two sentences of the paragraph. Do we get it? Mr. Steven, that the G? Is it? If you are fancy, then it's that the Z. If you are not, then it is that the G, right? Please, do you have a question or suggestion or contribution? Okay, no. Then let's move on. All right. What can you do to make your paragraph complete? What can you do to make your paragraph complete? This is simple and easy. Madam Precious, do you want to answer for us?
Yes, Mom. Please, you start with a clear topic sentence.
Yes. And what again?
And also you end with a concluding sentence that summarizes the idea.
Okay. And what again? Oh, you are done. You are done.
You
Okay.
give examples
Give
or give
examples,
reasons. Yeah.
more details to make sure that whatever needs to be in the paragraph is there. Let's take Richard's paragraph, and we mentioned that he being kind and other things. You know, the first example, the person only added one sentence, and that sentence talked about him being intelligent, and that was it. There was no sentence talking about his kindness or him being talented. It means that such a paragraph is not complete. So completeness is, mind you, I mentioned that the concluding paragraph, the concluding sentence is not compulsory. You can decide to bring it, you can decide not to bring it, right? So it is not the concluding sentence that is going to ensure that your paragraph is complete. Rather, saying every necessary thing that needs to be said in the paragraphs make your paragraph complete. So that is it. So if there are no more questions, then we move on to session 5. And please don't run away. We have to finish this thing and talk about our presentations. Right. So paragraph 5 is about writing session 5, writing a good paragraph. How do we write a good paragraph? We have seen what a good paragraph is supposed to look like, right? It should be complete, it should be coherent, and it should ensure unity within the paragraph, right? So how do we ensure these things all happen? Now, we've said that when we're writing, it must be woven together. When we say woven together, we don't just put sentences there. The sentences must be related. So sentence 1 and sentence 2 must be related. Sentence 1 and sentence 3 can be related. Sentence 2 and 3 can be related. It should flow. We have some words we can use within the paragraph to make it flow. We can ensure coherence to help create continuity. When you say continuity, like it doesn't end. Kofi is a girl. Hey, did I say Kofi is a girl? Kofi is a boy. Amma is a girl. Amma goes to Catholic school. Kofi goes to Catholic school. I mean, these are sentences. Kofi is a girl who goes to the Catholic school beside the market or whatever. Amma also attends the school. Though there is a difference in gender, one is a boy, one is a girl, there is no, like, you use words to make it flow. The first thing I said, Kofi is a boy, Amma is a girl, Kofi goes to this school, Amma goes to this school. It doesn't really flow. But when I use some words, it's the same thing I've said. When you make it continue, then we see this is a paragraph. This is a good paragraph. So how do we achieve this coherence? First is logical arrangement. So logical arrangement of thoughts. We have to logically arrange it. How do we do that? We can arrange this based on order of importance. Yeah, so when you're writing an essay, you can, your question, right, Mr. Steven, you can look at the order of importance. If can you ignore this one and do this? Without fire, we can never cook, right? So when you are talking about things you need to cook, we look for fire, we look for the ingredients. So you look at the order of which one is important. You talk about it. You can arrange your writing logically like this. You can also look at the timing. Which one comes first? Which one follows? You can also start from general to specific. So we have the deductive and then the inductive order. Now, inductive, and then we can also look at chronology. Chronology is which one happens first and which one happens second. Inductive presentation of our paragraph will be when we start from specific to general. So we can specifically start with, let's see, specifically, eating late at night will cause your tummy to be big, right? And then we add examples to this to make sure, explain this statement, and then we can come and conclude. And that is why these days most men and women have big tummies and they be working with big tummies because they eat late at night and other things. Like, let's just say this is an essay, right? That is there. There is also where we can, the situation where we can start that these days you see men and women with big tummies walking around. Why would this thing happen? It's because we started eating late at night instead of blah blah blah. So this is how you can write your essay. So when you're asking me about the arrangement of the sentences, which one comes first, it all depends on you. You can start from the general to the specific. You can start from the specific to the general. You can look at it in the order of, let me use the word appearance. Which one came first? Which one came second? You can look at it based on timing. Which one should happen first? Which one should happen next, right? So that is it. It all depends on you, the writer, and how you write it. The next thing we look at is the repetition of keywords if we want to achieve coherence within a paragraph. Sometimes we repeat some words to ensure that what people follow what we are saying. Like, yes, the example with the bicycle, right? So the example here, bicycling is a terrific exercise. When you ride a bike, you exercise all the leg muscles and most of the muscles of the upper body. In addition, bicycling exercises the lungs and the heart. Thus, bicycling is both a muscular and aerobic exercise. The repeated word is bicycling. So, bicycling is we can say, in addition, it exercises the lungs. We can use it, and we can say thus it is both a. However, when we use the word repeats a few things there, it helps the reader to go back to like the controlling idea. The controlling idea is bicycling being a good exercise, right? Now, when we are repeating words, it doesn't necessarily mean we should repeat exact words. We can repeat variations. Like, so bicycling is a terrific. When you ride a bicycle, okay, or when riding a bicycle, instead of in addition, bicycling. In addition, riding bicycles. So you can use variations of the word to do that. All right, and then we have transition words. Transition words. These words, I believe we know, we've used them. The furthermore, more so, also, hence, therefore, although, all these words are transitional words, right? And then we have different times we use them. I know we know a lot of them, but when do we use them? When exactly? If we don't know this and then we use them anyhow, we might not achieve coherence in our essay. So when we want to add, so we've said something, we want to add to what we've said, we can use transition words like also, in addition, moreover, furthermore, indeed, right? When we are looking at cause and effect, and we are looking at cause and effect, we can use words like consequently, as a result, therefore, thus. When we want to show difference, okay, when we want to contrast two things, so we can say he is a very intelligent boy, but he is also very stubborn. So we are talking about the same person, but then we are contrasting the character. He's very intelligent in class. It doesn't mean that he's a very quiet person. He is very stubborn. He disturbs too in class. So we are contrasting, right? We can use, however, on the contrary, on the other hand, in contrast, in spite of all this, in spite of all the disrespect, in spite of all the disrespect the boy showed his dad, the father did not fail to pay his school fees. So what do we expect? We expect that when a child disrespects the father decides in a material, right? But then in this case, the father decides, he's my son, let me sponsor him. So when we are showing contrast, yes. We can also use it when we want to return back to a point. So we have said something, right? It is not easy to marry someone who has HIV virus. Okay, HIV is the virus, right? Someone who is HIV positive. Still, you can't defy love. When you fall in love with such a person, there is nothing you can do. So there is a point we've already made. We want to return back to it. So here there is contrasting, and there is also us returning back to the point. So yes, you're falling in love, and then you look at the consequences of living with an HIV positive person. But what can you do about it? You're falling in love, right? We also use some to indicate similarity. In the same way, as I was saying, right? Or as I was saying to continue. As I was saying will be for continuing, not to indicate similarity. Right? We have similarity. Okay. We have those we use to indicate relations in time. So what happened before, what happened after, afterwards, at last, before, until, years ago. Yes. A very, very long time ago in a village called Sasu, whatever. We also look at relationships in space. Above all, above, adjacent, beside, against. These are all transitioning words, and they make our essays beautiful. However, we should learn to use them appropriately. we can't say she is tall, however, she is beautiful. There is nothing we are contrasting. So we, however, it's not appropriate. She is tall, however, she could not jump over the wall. We expect that a person who is tall will have long legs and should be able to jump over, but she could not do that. That is when you will contrast. But then, do you get me? Have you all left? The next point we look at is order. What is order? What is ordering? Order in a paragraph means arranging ideas in a logical and systematic way so the reader can follow them. I think I've already explained it. Yes, I've mentioned that we can order according to time. We can order from general to particular. We can order from particular to general. So an example is from the topic sentence, we explain, give explanations to what we have already said, and then we give examples. Or we can start with the details, right? And then we give examples, we end with a conclusion. We can also ask a question and then answer it ourselves in an essay. These all show order in the essay. The last thing we need to know is that we should use acceptable language. What is acceptable language? We should use correct grammar. We should use proper punctuations. We should use correct word choices. So if you ask a question, we expect a question mark. After that question mark, we expect you use a capital letter. If you quote, we expect you use quotation marks. If you are shouting, we expect you use an exclamation mark. These are punctuations you need to put in your essays if you are using the appropriate punctuations. The grammar, subject, verb, agreement, you must follow them. Past tenses, you must show all these things. So use acceptable language. All right. Any question for me? If not, then let's answer. Let's look at it. Okay, describe 2 methods you would use to achieve order in a paragraph. When you want to achieve order in a paragraph, what 2 methods can you use?
Yeah, Presente.
Uh-huh.
Please, so a quick question. Please, when you are writing
Okay.
an essay, can you also quote? Let's say you are quoting someone, and when you quote, can you are you allowed to? Or let me say it this way: must you mention the name of the person as in? There's something we learned in com skills that when you quote somebody, you need to recognize the person.
Yes.
You know, yes.
We learned it.
So,
We
okay.
learned it in this course too. The
Yes,
last
please.
three.
Yes,
So
yes, exactly.
you cite the person. When you quote, you have to cite, give a citation. You have to recognize the person that said it. If you know the year, it is the person and the year. We did it the last unit 3, I think section 5 and 6, I believe so. So yes, when
Okay,
you quote,
so it applies to essay writing to all
Yeah.
forms of
Yes, please.
writing. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Who
Thank
said
you.
when you educate a man, you have educated one person? When you educate a woman, you have educated a whole nation? I've forgotten. Is it Efimamo or Teta Kwashi? I don't know. But then you have to quote. Someone said this thing. Right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
You can even quote the Bible.
Madam, it's Tete Kwasi.
Teta Kwashi, okay, thank you. Hey, so I still remember my social study from DHS. Wow. Okay. So you can even quote the Bible. We've done this again, so I don't want us to go back. Yes. But then when you quote something, you have to cite the person. Hello?
Madam, please, it's not Tete
It's
Kwasi.
who?
He's something agree.
Kwejiri
Agree.
Agric, Dr.
Yes,
Agree.
Tete Kwasi.
Well, but someone said it, right? Let me say something I know who's quoted. Ghana, our beloved country, is free forever. This one is by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, right? We all know this one, right? So after, you can just use the words, you can paraphrase and say that one of the leaders have said that, mentioned that Ghana was free forever in 1958. Sister from 1957 or 57, I've forgotten, but there, social studies. Okay, so that, or you can quote, Ghana, our beloved country, is free forever, and then you write the person. So you have to reference Dr. Kwame Nkrumah because he said that. All right, so we move on. What shows order in a paragraph? Okay, Madam Charlotte wants to talk.
Madam,
Yes, please.
yes, madam. Time, space, and this thing, question and answer, are they all transition words or? I don't understand that.
Time, space.
Time, space, questions, and answers. Are they
No,
all
these
related?
are ways we can order the arrangements in the paragraph. Are you getting me?
Yes,
We are
madam.
saying we want to ensure order in a paragraph, right?
Yes, madam.
And then so when you are writing, what comes first? How do you know that this sentence should come first, this sentence should follow? That is what we mean by ordering the arrangement of ideas in our essay. Now we are saying we can look the timing by, in a situation where you are writing about how to prepare your favorite food. The example I use, when you are preparing your love rice, what do you do first? You prepare the stew first, right?
Yes, madam.
So you can't say you finish cooking the rice and then you pour the stew on it. That is the order, right? The timing. If you're talking about what happened on a trip to Mountain Afadjato, you can't start from when you got to Mountain Afadjato.
No.
You start from when you started preparing, when you got to the car, what you saw on the way, and then what actually happened when you got to the place. Timing. Right? Question and answers. In an essay, you can ask questions. So when it happens like this, when a teenager comes home with the pregnancy, what happens next? You ask the question and then you answer. In most of our homes, we see that the parent beat them and they sack them from the homes and ask them to go and live with the guy or the man who impregnated.
Okay.
Right? So you ask a question, you answer. to ensure order and then logical arrangement of your idea in the paragraph. We also have the inductive and the deductive way of writing. When I mentioned that the deductive is when you start from the general statement and then you explain and you come back to you come to your conclusion, or you can conclude and then explain and then you generalize your statements. So these are all ways we can ensure. So you've asked the question for me to answer the exercise question one. Oh, Charlotte, oh, why? So I've answered the question one, right? Okay. So question two says, give one reason why coherence is important. Why do we think coherence is important in an essay? Madam Charlotte, do you want to answer? No. So we make sure there is coherence in the essay so that we do not deviate from what we are saying, right? And then so that the paragraph will flow naturally, the ideas will flow naturally. That is why we will have to use these connecting words to make sure that the ideas flow naturally so that the reader will understand us. Okay. Do you have any other question for me, or we move to the last session and then we are done? The last session is like the conclusion for the whole session, because everything there is everything we've said in each of the sessions put together. So session 6 is paragraph development and organization, right? And we've said that a paragraph is made up of topic sentence, major and minor supporting sentences, and sometimes concluding sentence.
Is it 4:30? It's supposed to be 4:30 now.
No, we are supposed to close at 3:30 actually. But you know, this is a 3 credits course. And so we almost always go beyond the time. And we are almost done. So please sit tight for us. We'll finish just now. And then we'll all go our separate ways. Okay? Just 10 minutes. Sorry. Because I have to finish teaching so that next week you start your presentations. And the other option was I find another time so that we meet. And I thought since today you don't have any other thing again, we can just do it 3 hours straight and be done instead of meeting twice within the
Madam,
Yes, please.
please, I'm having another class.
Hey, when?
It has been started.
Oh, I didn't know. I did. So what do you do? Okay, you go, and then if you do not understand anything, you let me know, and then we talk about it one on one. Okay, you can go
Okay.
and join them. But the rest, if you don't have another class, except with session 6, we will finish now.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, madam.
You're welcome. So session 6, it's about everything that we've said. So we look at different methods of developing a paragraph. The different methods we can develop a paragraph. We have the deductive method, which I just said. We start from general to specific. Like we have an example here. Where's page 121? Okay. Oh, 121. Okay. Okay. So in this kind of paragraph, the writer begins with the generalization or general. Yeah. He could, for example, say, all Ghanaians are kind. You know, this is a general statement, and then follow with the supporting details in the form of examples. So we can use facts to why are you saying that all Ghanaians are kind? Right? Maybe you fell ill and somebody helped you. That's somebody from Ghana helped you. So like you follow with facts or scenarios or examples, right? We also have the inductive method where you can say, oh, one day you were going and then you lost your money and somebody helped you, and another day too somebody helped you, another time in different situations Ghanaians have helped you, and so you believe that all Ghanaians are kind. The first option, the deductive method, is to say all Ghanaians are kind and then give us reasons, or you tell us what happened, why, and then you tell us what you are saying, which is all Ghanaians are kind. So we have these ones. We also have the compare and contrast. So this kind of paragraph emphasizes similarities and differences. So we are looking at how to write the paragraph. One way is that you start from the general to the specific. The other way is to start from specific to general. Another way is to compare and contrast. You can compare two people, two ideas, two jobs. Okay. So, yes, I have worked in different places. I've been a baker and I've been a teacher. And I believe that teaching is one of the most noblest work anyone can do on this earth. Yes, I loved baking. I loved cooking because I could put food on people's tables. People get to eat when they are hungry. However, teaching with the dedication that goes into like this time, I am comparing two different jobs. We can also use definitions. Teenage pregnancy is where a young girl between the ages of this does this. When this happens, this happens. When you have says that blah 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 blah. So this is also definition. You can use definitions to write a paragraph. You can use classifications, right? Classify some things into groups. We also have cause and effect, I believe. Cause and effect. So you can look at causes and then the effect, right? Things happen and the outcome of certain events, decisions, problems. And then this can show relationship between an action and what follows the action, right? We can use factual details. When we say factual, fact, which means it is true, something that happened. So it can be somebody's research, it can be what was said on the news, it can be date, findings, quotations. These are all facts. You can use examples. For example, you can say all Ghanaians are kind. For example, my mother told me one story where when she went to the farm and then was bitten by a snake. Like, this is you giving an example. You can give an anecdote. Anecdote is a short story, like a scenario. So like when we are talking about Richard being kind, you can, so for example, if a person falls ill and then there is no car, Richard can carry the person on his back and walk a mile to the hospital just to save this person's life. This is a scenario. It is not something that's happened. It's a short story, right? That is used to illustrate something, to explain. So all these things can be in a paragraph, or you can combine all these methods. I am coming again. When we are writing a paragraph, we can use a short story to write it. So you make your easy statement, you use a short story. For example, for instance, let me give you a scenario and then you say something, right? You can compare and contrast, like the example I gave, comparing two jobs. You can use definitions. The web something something dictionary defines this as that. However, Kwame Nkrumah defines it as this, right? You can use factual details like math, 20%, thousand and over a million people, over 100,000 billion people. These are all facts. You can use examples, and then you can use scenarios and short stories to write a paragraph, or you can combine two or more. Now, the organization of a paragraph. This is a summary. So a paragraph has your topic sentence, right? The introduction is usually made of the topic sentence. Yeah, and the topic sentence is mostly the first sentence. However, it can be at the end or in the middle. Now you have your major, which is the body, right? The major supporting sentences and the minor supporting sentence. And then you have a summary of the sentence, like a concluding sentence, and you are done. So like the example here, a topic sentence, you have your major support sentence, and then we can have a minor support sentence for the major support sentence. Then you can have another major support sentence with two or more minor support sentences. We can have another one, major supporting sentence with minor supporting sentence, and then you can have your summaries. And that is it. We are done with unit 4, session 6. If there are no questions, then we are going to end here. I will leave you to discuss the self-assessment question. Next week, God willing, hopefully if by then you have your groupings, then do you have your groupings? Do you know your groups? Okay, now we can all unmute and then talk. Please, do you have your groups? Do you know which groups you are in?
No.
Okay. The
No.
management and the bosses are working on that. Okay. And so hopefully within the week you will find your groups, and then you find time to meet and then present. Please and please again, if you don't present, you make it difficult for me to give you marks, right? So please, when you get the group and they are not your friends, you can just make friends with them for the presentation. What I've realized is some people are giving groups and then they don't like it. So they go and join a different group and present. Now your name is not on my list. Even if you present with them, it becomes difficult for me to grade you with them. And in the end, well, I will try to work for you, but then sometimes you will end up and then I will forget, and then your marks wouldn't be presented, and then you'll be calling me that you did the presentation but you didn't get any mark. So please, when they assign you to a group and they are not your friends, this is just for presentation. Please stay there and do the work for me. Okay?
Okay, madam.
Yes, madam.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time. See you, God willing, next week.
Hello, madam.
Thank you,
Hello?
madam.
Yes,
Hello, madam.
please, I'm listening.
Is the presentation going to be done online?
Yes, please, it's going to be done online.
Oh, okay.
Do you have face-to-face classes?
No, I think some of us have face to face.
Some do. Okay, then I don't know. Well, you filled a form, right? And they asked you whether you have your class online or face-to-face.
Yes, please. Yes, we've done that.
Okay, so yes, we will always. I think I don't know how they're going to do it. Either you all do it here, or those who have centers with lectures, maybe you will do it there, and then the others too will do it online. I am just waiting for the direction from management. So when the decision comes, we will know what to do. Just make sure you have identified that you are in this group and that you know your group members and where you are presented. That is all you need to do. All right. Have a blessed evening. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you too. Bye.
Bye bye,
Bye.
madam. Bye.